Hello everyone, Zane here and welcome to another Final Fantasy XIV video, and happy Dawntrail. So today I'm going to show you guys how to level up your botanist and miner from level 90 to 100. I do recommend that you finish the story and unlock flying on each of the zones to make gathering that much easier. Now, if you're using the script set and or the indicator set, both will work just fine, but having the relic tool from the Endwalker expansion will increase your chances of triggering the buff when you are gathering collectibles. But because we are in Dawntrail, the percentage is not 100 anymore, so you're going to have to RNG it. So the first thing you guys are going to do is obviously identify the collectible nodes. So right now, for Botanist, you have level 91, which is the farmable one with no time limit. At level 93, you have the Mountain Flax for Botanist, which will appear right here. This is one of the starter zones in Dawntrail, so it's way out here. I recommend that you use the yakkow moussaka for the extra 50 GP because your gathering rate for the first time node collectible will be around 85%. So, using that to get it up to around 90% gathering percentage, you will have a less chance of actually not getting the item, which kind of sucks. Alright, so the unspoiled nodes, if you're using the indicator and the relic tool, you'll have 95% gatherer rate. Your intuition rate is 48%, your scour and your meticulous is not at max strength, but the buff or the integrity not loss ability is at 15%, which I think is the maximum. So you're going to be hoping that you get this intuition rate triggered. With the relic, you get 20% extra, so I'm at 84%. And we have 430 for scour, so hopefully when this procs, you'll get half of what we need. So I would go with scour over meticulous, because if meticulous does not proc with that, you will not get halfway. So that's why I recommend doing scour for leveling purposes. But with the standard up, then you do meticulous, since they're both the same. And there you go. And now you do Ageless Words. If Eureka Moment procs, Wise to the World. It didn't, so we only get 3. And you gather. Hopefully you don't miss with the 5%. Using the moussaka from Endwalker for the extra 50 GP, you can do Field Mastery or Sharp Vision to get 100%. Be forewarned, anything below 1,000, the experience and the scripts that you get is pathetically negligible, so I would only do up to 1,000. Also, you can do the rotation at 600 GP, but you can't do Ageless Words. Alright, so now off to the unspoiled node, which is spawning at 12 AM and PM. Alright, so the botanist node has spawned. Miner also has one too. It's called the Raw Amber. And that's going to be at 10 to 12 AM and PM. If you do the sub command, you can set up the timer for this to repeat. So AM, have your reminder, daily, mute if you're in a duty, and then you also can make the bell change to something else, like the music box. It'll kind of let you know when it's going to be up. You got Prelude, Chocobo, which I think is pretty awesome. You got Little Nosha, and then you got your festival sound. So I'm sticking it to Prelude because that's what I like. And then save. Alright, and then you do it again for the other time frame. So that's the new alarm system that they added. And you also can save up to 30 alarms now. Alright, so when you're starting out, you're going to have 85% chance of gathering, with a 15% chance of failing. Again, Scour and Meticulous are just below their maximum threshold. So you have to ask yourself, what's more important, getting the maximum or making sure that you guarantee gather them? So you have to use that last 300 GP to make a big decision. So our intuition rate is now 79% for this item. I'm going back to Scour, because that'll give us just over half. All right, so there's that. So now again, you have two choices: get your 4 guaranteed with Field Mastery or Sharp Vision 3, or RNG and then Ageless Words. But because we are leveling up, I recommend Field Mastery 3. And there you go. So that is going to be for the first unspoiled node for collectibles. So when the collectible nodes are not up, what you're going to do in the meantime is gather in your gather log for the very first time, or go back and get what you have not gotten from Endwalker, because it's still going to give you good experience. Make sure that you are using these revised manuals. Yes, they are cut in half above level 80, but that is free experience that you basically are not using. Someone reminded me about this, so I wanted to remind you guys, get these from Purple Scripts at a script exchange. Trust me, you will not regret it. And make sure you use the food. I would recommend the moussaka, like I mentioned earlier, to get that extra 50 GP plus that 3% boost. So make sure you have these on hand. The other thing that you guys can do is the lead quests back in Tuli Yolal. So we're going to head back there, and now we'll basically grab them, and I'll show you guys how easy it is to do lead quests in Dawntrail. Alright, so we're back in Tuli Yolal. So talk to this Vanu here. You'll find the lead quests at X13.6, Y12.7. After you get the first introductory quest into this area, this will become available. Or just continue doing the main story until this becomes blue with a marker over his head. So the fieldcraft, you have 3 at level 90. So you have 2 million, 1.5 million, and then 2 million here. So obviously you want to grab either all 3 or grab the one with the highest one and just spam it, but that means you're going to go back and forth. So I recommend grabbing all 3. So I'm just going to grab this one for now. Alright, so we need to go here, which is one of the starter areas. So just take OK Hanu to get there. Again, unlocking flying will help make this so much easier. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next zone. So here we are at the location. Now, if you guys did what I showed you in my prep guide with the lead quests and the challenge log, you should have already started getting a crap ton of experience through this, since miner and botanists do not lose the experience from old lead quests unlike crafters and fishers do. So hopefully you guys did that. So we're going to initiate. Make sure that the difficulty is spiked up to 1. And now this one is just basically gather 45 items as fast as humanly possible. So with my indicator and all that, I get 42% on my Gatherer's Boon and 100% Gatherer rate. So just pop your Pioneer's Gift 1 and 2 if you're on Botanist. And just keep hitting this until you get 45. The faster you do it, the better the bonus, because that's the speed bonus that you get. If you get the evaluation up ones, then you will also get speed bonus, and as well as the difficulty bonus, as well as evaluation bonus. So this one is going to be difficulty and speed bonus. Some people say it's a waste to use your lead quests on gatherers, but when you have very few options, lead quests are a godsend. So by hitting the Gatherer's Boon, you make this twice as fast. Alright, so I'm going to finish this, and then we'll pass it in. Alright, so I finished the leaf quest, and you're probably asking yourself, why not just use your leaf quest on crafters instead of your gatherers? Well, I made a video on how to level up your crafters a little bit easier and better with collectibles, since you're going to need materia anyway, killing 2 birds with 1 stone, leaving you to use your leaf quest on your gatherers. So we got difficulty and speed bonus like I mentioned. So we get 2.2 million plus 241,000 for the bonus. And there you go. Alright, so the next thing is going to be the Meqi quests, which are going to go over here. If you need help unlocking this, I actually made a video earlier, so make sure to check that out. So let's head over to the Aetherite and let's teleport over. So the wachumeqimeqi quests unlock in this area here after doing the Defeat of Pot's main story quest. Now, this one here is for botanist and miner. I recommend if you're doing them side by side, passing half on botanist, the other half on miner. Or if you want, you can stick them all into one job. I did half of this on my miner, so my botanist has to be level 96 to continue. Now you only need 600 collectability to get the max reward. So for this one, I get 12 million for all 6, or 6 million, a little over 6 million for halfway for each job. So you don't have to go all the way. If you're doing this at level 100, you do not get purple and orange scripts. This is just for purple only. Now, when you are gathering these items, the nodes will be specific to this quest. Alright, so the normal materials will be in these nodes as well as the items that you need for this quest. Once that is done, they will disappear forever. Alright, so make sure that you do those side by side with botanist and or miner, or just pick one and then boost it that way, and then you can level up the other ways that I showed you. But that decision is up to you. Alright, so now we're going to pass in those collectibles that I got. I got some off camera. So I'm coming to Mordona so I don't spoil the endgame hub. So the ones that are farmable, you get 20 purple scripts for 1,000 and 478,065. Anything below that is 163,908 for 700 to 999. And the lowest 400 is 68,295 with 3 purple scripts. Like I said, pretty weak. Alright, so we got level 91 through those. And now let's pass in the flax. This was the ones I got from the unspoiled nodes. As you can see, I got a couple off camera. So at 1,000 you get 1,607,112 with 35 purple scripts. The second is going to be 970,632, and the lowest 600 is 652,392. 14, 21, 35 purple scripts respectively. And look how fast this is going from 91 to 92. Look at that. So that's pretty freaking awesome right there. So doing your collectibles in between, or doing your leaf quests in between the collectible windows, you guys can constantly boost yourself to level 100. And then of course go to the any script exchange, go to folklore books, level 100, and once you get 1600, get your folklore books, 3 for each class. So 3 for botanist, 3 for miner, 3 for fisher. So instead of doing tokens, you just do scripts, which I think was better choice than doing freaking tokens like we did in the past. But that is how you guys level up your botanist and miner in Dawntrail from level 90 to 100. So collectibles, you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Also, at level 91, you get revisit. This might recharge your GP and your gathering points on whatever gathering point that you're at. So this is very good if it triggers on you. It can take a long time, it can take a short time, but this thing is a lot better than I gave it granted for. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next one. And that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're new for more Final Fantasy XIV content and help with the YouTube algorithm. If you guys want to support my channel even further, consider becoming a YouTube member, Patreon supporter, or help me on Ko-Fi. The links for those will be in the description down below, as well as my Discord. I also want to give a thanks to all my YouTube members, Patreon supporters, and Ko-Fi members. And the extra special shout out to the members on screen. So until next time, if you ever walk in the glorious light of Lord Bahamut, and always remember to keep forging ahead. Take care.